Good afternoon. My name's Randy Jackson and I'm with Kia Motors. And let me welcome you guys to the Kia Georgia Training Center. The perfect venue for today's event and an excellent example of a successful partnership between the state of Georgia and Kia Motors. As you know, this partnership has generated 3,000 direct jobs, which were all trained here in this center. And with our supply side, we've added about another 8,000 jobs, which totally, this project has already generated 11,000 jobs in this region. And we appreciate it very much, and we thank the state of Georgia for all their support. In the spirit of this partnership, we graciously welcome Governor Nathan Deal, Consul General Kim, Deputy Commissioner Corbin, Commissioner Michael, and all other special guests here today. Today is a good example of what teamwork is all about, as well as cooperation. With the state of Georgia and so many other groups that got behind making this bill happen, it's very much appreciated. On behalf of Kia Motors and all of those groups that worked very hard to make this bill come forward today, we want to say thank you to the state of Georgia and to Governor Deal on all the hard work that was given to make it happen. It's greatly appreciated. At this time, I would like to invite Consul General Kim of the Republic of Korea to the podium.
안녕하세요. Good afternoon, distinguished guests. Please let me begin by expressing my gratitude for the honor of addressing you today. On behalf of the Republic of Korea, I'd like to take this moment to thank the consortium of people who made this design possible. I'd like to express my deep appreciation to our Honorable Governor, Mr. Nathan Deal, Georgia Department of Economic Development Commissioner, Mr. Chris Kaminsky, and also President Kogan, and Department of Driving Service Commissioner, Mr. Robert Minker, as well as the Georgia Senate and House of Representatives for all their efforts in forwarding the momentum towards furthering growth between Georgia and its major trading partners. Along with SB122, HB475 will have an immediate and very positive impact on the local economy and our business community. My special thanks goes to the Korean community, investors, and business professionals for giving their support for the mutually beneficial agreement. However, most importantly, I'd like for you to know that the bill would be possible without the vision and the political leadership the Governor Deal has consistently provided from its inception into fruition. I firmly believe that this bill signing will further expand the ever-growing and vibrant relationship between Georgia and the Republic of Korea. As I look around the 2 million square feet that encompass the Kia Motors facility on this momentous day, I am reminded of a Korean phrase: we are destined to be on the same boat. Where one goes, so does the other. Our destinies are intertwined by building on a foundation of shared values, common goals, and working together. We are assured of mutual success. With a strong political leadership and the progressive business environment that Georgia offers, there is no end to what can be accomplished when we work together towards a common goal. I have no doubt that the power and partnership which enabled us to shape and complete the two bills will serve as an invaluable asset as we move forward to further strengthen our business and security alliance between the United States and the Republic of Korea. I am obliged for this opportunity and for your time. Once again, I'd like to thank you all for making this bill signing possible. Thank you. 감사합니다.
Consul General Kim, thank you very much for your words today. We appreciate those. Thank you, Randy, Kia, Sean, Quick Start, Commissioner Jackson. Very much appreciate the opportunity to be here today. It is an honor to participate in an event with our friends and partners at Kia, and we're excited to be here as we celebrate and grow Georgia's international ties. As we all know, in Georgia, we are very proud of our reputation as the best place in the southeastern United States for international businesses to expand and grow their North American presence. Through the Department of Economic Development, Commissioner Chris Comiskey, our entire team around the globe, our state operates offices throughout Georgia and also throughout many different foreign countries, including one in Seoul, Korea. Two of those offices, Japan and Europe, are celebrating their 40th anniversaries this year. That is how we are committed to growing our international connections. Operating in a global environment, we are constantly building on the international presence Georgia has established, beginning in 1996 with our Olympic Games, through our Consular Corps represented here today, through world-famous events like the Masters, and through the testimony of successful businesses. We are excited to see more businesses grow in Georgia. When you realize that Georgia hosts more than 3,000 international facilities representing 55 countries, and that these facilities alone employ more than 190,000 Georgians, you begin to realize the economic impact of foreign direct investment. It's been my honor to accompany Governor Dill on many business missions, and specifically to 9 countries since he took office. And I have seen him welcoming a multitude of incoming delegations. So, Governor, it is no surprise to me, to Commissioner Comiskey, that you thought it is time to make sure our international business representatives feel at home in the state of Georgia. Thank you for the work that you've done. Thank you for the legislature. And to Commissioner Michael, thank you for all of your work. Commissioner Michael, please join us.
I'm extremely honored to be here today, Randy. This is my 3rd visit to see you down here. Thank you for hosting us again. It's always a privilege. And thank you, Governor, for allowing us to be part of this, and all of our other distinguished guests. You know, the Governor's vision has been very clear: to make Georgia a lean and responsive government that allows communities, individuals, and businesses to prosper. And he's been very clear that his desire is to see Georgia be the #1 state in the nation for doing business. These 2 bills certainly support those goals of the Governor's, as well as the DDS mission. And being part of DDS, I have to say, we're extremely proud to have a role in economic development in Georgia. It's really fantastic to be recognized for that. House Bill 475, which is about to be signed, as we all know, will allow qualified drivers with legal presence and a valid license from their home country to eliminate testing for those countries with which we enter the agreement. We're joining numerous other states that have some type of reciprocal driver's licensing agreement with at least one country, including all of our neighboring states. And this also helped DDS on the customer service side, because as we can eliminate some of the road tests that we would do for the folks that we have this reciprocal agreement with, it allows us to put our examiners back on the counter renewing driver's licenses. The road test in particular is one of the longest transactions we have. So anything that makes us more efficient, we're very happy to do. Senate Bill 122 provides the option for those who are experienced drivers and have already been licensed and are just waiting on their renewal of their documents to come through, can get the 120-day extension one time to continue to be able to drive legally. So we're very happy to do that as well. And of course, it's already been pointed out, Gretchen, the Georgians across the world who are working in other lands, and they will be able to have the same benefit there, as well as our deployed military personnel. So quite a few wins with these bills. So now it's a great honor and quite humbling to have an opportunity to introduce the Governor. I don't think I need to go through his bio. We're all very grateful to him for his service as a veteran. We all know he spent 17 years in Congress. I think that when we're around people we admire, we like to look at the things that we have in common with them. So I always like to point out that he's been in private practice as an attorney. He's been a prosecutor, married a school teacher. I've done those things, so I like to say that I cheated, because I have a lot of respect for you, sir. And I got to say that when we're sitting around the dinner table with my children, and my children are 8th generation Georgians, probably more, but the family Bibles and the letters and all that ran out at 8 generations. So it's a lot of fun to tell them that I work for you and what you do for Georgia, because it's really a part of our family history. So thank you, Governor. It's a real privilege. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Rob. I appreciate that introduction. I told him to be brief, and he honored my request. Randy, it's good to see you again, and good to be here with the Kia facilities. You're going to have to invite me back more often, because every time I come, you have a new model outside. So I think I'm the one who comes when you have those new unveilings. So you'll have to invite me back again, and we'll have a new model we can all look at. By the way, it's a very impressive automobile. If you haven't taken a look at it, I think you should do so. We are proud to have Kia in our state, and we continue to be reminded of the important economic impact that Kia's presence has in Georgia. You have brought many of your Korean friends with you, and we appreciate that. And I think they are finding, as you have found, that Georgia is indeed a good place to do business. Now, we have the sponsors of the 2 pieces of legislation that I will be signing that are with us today. As you have heard Commissioner Michael explain to you, both of these pieces of legislation are what we consider to be an extension of our friendship and our respect and our understanding of the importance of having international business partners. And we want to recognize that, and this legislation, these 2 pieces of legislation do exactly that. We have Senators David Schaefer and Senator Hunter Hill, who are the sponsors of the Senate bill that will be signed. And we have Representatives B.J. Pack and Demetrius Douglas, who are the sponsors of the House bill that will be signed. I want to thank Commissioner Michael and Deputy Commissioner Corbett for their 2 agencies working with the General Assembly to get this piece of legislation correct. Because it does require, by the nature of these relationships, that these 2 agencies give their stamp of approval for the program as it goes forward. It is altogether proper that they do so. Now, House Bill 475 will keep Georgia competitive when we're trying to attract these foreign investments and the individuals who work with the companies who come here. And it will allow certain legal foreign nationals to obtain a Georgia driver's license so that they can go about their way and their business effectively. With Commissioner Michael deciding which nations meet our road standards, I'm confident that the public safety will remain the primary factor in making these decisions. And with the Department of Economic Development giving the go-ahead that is required for this to be put in place, I'm certain that the economic development activities that will follow will also be in their proper place. Now, as was pointed out by Commissioner Michael, this is a reciprocity type bill. So it not only helps our foreign guests who are coming here to be able to travel effectively, it does require that the countries that we are recognizing reciprocate and recognize our drivers who are in their countries. And so that's good business on both sides of the aisle, and we believe that will help us all. We have a state in which we have many multinational corporations, and I have been talked to, advised, and counseled by many of them as to the difficulties that they have and their employees and people that represent them have in coming and being able to get an effective and efficient driver's license. We believe that this will eliminate that difficulty, and we believe will foster even greater friendships. Now, the next is Senate Bill 122. This is a recognition that sometimes those who are here legally get in a situation where their visas expire And without casting any dispersions on our federal government, sometimes the renewal of visas and their corresponding applications to the home country sometimes is a little more prolonged than any of us would like or even anticipate. So what this bill does is it allows those who are waiting for an extension of their visa to come through. It allows them to continue to operate a driver's license, have a driver's license to operate a vehicle in our state so that they can do the things that all of us have to do. Go to work, take their children to school, do the normal household responsibilities that all of us understand. So we think that anyone who is here as a law-abiding citizen should be given that privilege as they await the paperwork for the extension of their visa to come through. Now, I'm told that we have many guests here from a variety of countries. I spot some of you that I recognize where you're from. The Republic of Korea, of course, we have your presence here. Albania, I'm told, Peru, Japan, Denmark, and Nigeria. So I think this is an indication that this is not just a bill for Korea, for South Korea. This is a bill that has implications for all of our international guests when they come to our state. So we believe it is beneficial legislation, and I would invite it this time, and by the way, I do see two of our members of the General Assembly who are here, one from the Senate, one from the House. Thank you, gentlemen, for being with us today, and I would invite you to join us on the stage along with the sponsors of these pieces of legislation and any of the others of you who have had a hand in trying to get this legislation passed. We would invite you to join us on the stage as well, and I will now sign these two pieces of legislation. That is House Bill 475. This is Senate Bill 122. Yes, sir. Here we go.
이번 법안은 조지사가 이름을 붙였듯이 경제 발전 또 경제 협력 법안입니다. 이러한 법안이 한국의 총영사관의 주도로 이루어졌다는 것은 그만큼 미국에서 국제사회에서 찾아오고 있는 한국의 위상 또 경제력을 반영하는 결과라고 생각합니다. 앞으로 이 법안을 계기로 해서 한국과 조지아의 경제 교류가 더욱 활성화되고 발전될 수 있도록 기대합니다. 이를 위해서 총영사관도 계속해서 기업과 더불어 노력을 해나가도록 하겠습니다.
Thank you very much for supporting the bill. I do believe that this goes a long way in terms of making Georgia very friendly to do business in. And I hope that this is the first step in many to come in making sure that our economic and also social ties with South Korea and Georgia expand.
Well, we've already discussed a little bit, but of course the formal process can't really kick off until now. But my hope is that sometime between now, probably before July 1, I hope that we can have everything in place and be ready to accept the license. The bill just went into effect just now. But there's some steps that we have to take on our end. There's some programming that we have to do on our computer system. I anticipate that being done by June 1. And then there's some review of the process for being licensed, what a person would have to do in Korea to obtain a Class C license, and comparing that to the process in Georgia.
and from what I already know about it, I think they're very similar. But we have to formally review that, and then we'll be able to sign an agreement with the Consul General. And then once that agreement is signed, it's effective at that moment forward. I hope to be able to sign that agreement sometime before July 1. I know I won't be able to do it before June 1st because I've got some programming to finish on the computer system first. I have a preliminary letter from him, and I've done some preliminary research, but really the true formal process won't be able to start until now with the bill being signed. Often bills, when the governor signs them, don't go into effect until July 1, but in this case, it goes into effect today. So I expect that we'll be able to do this very quickly.